So we're here today. We're going to do a fire pit on one of our properties. This should be an interesting build. So we ran our gas line. That was done probably about a month ago. Goes under the house over to the main on the side. We got some concrete here. We got some lumber. And we got our saw set up. So we did a fire pit before, so we have our forms that we used previously, but what happens is this wood shrinks, so you don't want to use the same forms unless they're super nice and dialed in, put gas on them or whatever. But anyways, we just use it as a template to be able to build it the same. So we're gonna get these forms ready, and then once we get these forms built, we'll put them together and we'll show you what that looks like. So we got one panel built. The thing you want to look out for here is this side's pretty rough. This side's a little bit smoother. So when you're laying your boards down, you want to have the smooth side facing down because that's going to be your finished side. So he's pre-cutting them, and then we build the frames on this end. So this is our outside box, and this will be the far end of the corner. So we got one more panel to build, and then we'll put the box together. Show you what that looks like. All right, so we got our first box built, and what we're gonna do is we'll get the dimensions. I'll show you what sizes we got. So this outside panel is, you can hook it right here, and then I'll show them. Outside panel is, what is that, 55? 55 inches. And then our outside panel, the shorter outside panel is 27. And what we used is 2x6s. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2x4s to hold the frame. So now we're going to screw it together, and then we'll build our inside box. So over here in the main area, we're going to be using 24 by 24 pavers around. So when we build this, we're building it at 24 so that it'll line up with the paver. And then on the inside form, we're going to go with a 6-inch, basically a 6-inch distance all the way around, because that's the space in between our concrete curbs. So, and then what we've done so far is we put 2 screws on the outside. That keeps it nice and strong. And on all the corners, because everything's cut to the same dimensions, everything should be pretty square. Okay, so the outside of this form is 12 inches, and then the outside of this form is should be 43.
43.
So that's going to be 43. And what that's going to do is that's going to give us, what's our perimeter all the way around, Lewis? It's going to be, I think it's going to be 4.5. What do you got on that side? It's going to be, it's going to be 6 inches. So we have 6 inches there, 6 inches there, and then let's check the other way. So what we're doing now is we're checking it to get this thing level. So it looks like we got to go up on the left side a little bit. That side looks pretty good. And then another thing we did was we want to square it to the house. So we ran a tape measure along this side, and we ran a tape measure along this side so that we get it square to the casa. Because when we put our pavers, they're going to start it probably about 6 feet from the house and come this way. So we want to make sure we're square. So I think we got it all leveled off. Let's take a look. So we'll run it this way at an angle. Run it this way. And then we'll run it in the center there. We'll run it across the center this way. Looks like we're good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put some stakes in to hold this in place. And then once we do that, then we'll be able to get our centerpiece in there. Yeah, one on the sides, and you're good. We'll put the stakes in here, obviously, so it won't move when we're framing. Ground's a little hard right there.
Yep.
So what we want to do is we want to get 6 all the way around. Good there. Close there. Just gotta go that way a little bit.
Mucho. Sí. Otro. Okay.
Split the difference. Probably got to go that corner that way a little bit.
This corner?
Yeah. Hit the small one in the corner, right there. Yep.
Yes.
All right. So now we got everything squared around. Then we can take this one off. We got it raised up, so now we can, when we pour our concrete, we can get our trowel under there and float it nice and even. The center board, we can take that one out, and we'll be ready to start mixing some concrete here. We're going to try to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more bags. I think initially I bought 8, and then I had 4 in the back. So we're at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17. So we're about 17 bags total. So looks like we're getting there. Starting to fill this up here. 5's probably too many, huh?
No, 5. 4 is good.
Probably, I'm gonna guess 2 more bags. 2.5 more bags. And then what we do is we bend some rebar. So this rebar will set in the corner to hold it, keep it from coming apart. So we'll shoot that when we put that in. So we've probably got about 3 more bags. What you want to do, because you can't finish the outside and the outside's going to show, you want to tap the forms all the way around. That lets the air bubbles out. Go ahead. It'll dry it up. The next one you can. There you go. That's much better. Yeah, do the next few mixes like that. We'll be in good shape. We'll be ready to float it by next week. Then you want to grab a stick, get it all in there. Alright, so we got about to the level where we want to put the rebar at the top. This is going to hold it all together. You want to get it in the center, make sure it stays away from the face. And then when we pour the next material on top, it'll keep it nice and rigid. So it looks like we're about there. We got our last bucket in of concrete. And we're just kind of evening it out right now. So we'll be back in a little bit to take the forms off. But that was about, what time did we start? 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That was about a 5.5 hour job right there. So, but we got 3 guys that know what they're doing, so things go a lot faster. We've done this a few times, so look forward to seeing what it looks like finished. So we're back today. This was poured a couple days ago. So I'm gonna take the forms off and I'll be able to show you what that looks like. Kind of anxious. We're doing a very modern style house here, so we're actually gonna keep the lines that the creates between the 2x6s. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this apart and we'll show you what it looks like once we get it unwrapped. So I got the 2 sides off. I don't have any help with me today, so I'm just gonna take these. I got the small sides off, now I'm gonna take the bigger side pieces off. And I'll put the camera down so you can see it. This one gotta be ginger. Set the camera up right there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pull this panel off here. See if I can do it to where I can actually see still. Set this down for a minute. There's our 2 sides. Then we'll go and take off the other panel. There you have it. We have ourselves a nice fire pit. And it's got some nice character to it. We'll come back and take out the frames on the inside. We'll fill it with block and gravel, connect our gas, and this should be good to go. So we're back on the job site here. We're getting closer to finishing this fire pit. We've got a 30-inch H burner, which is this guy right here. Then we have our shutoff valve, which is going to be located in the corner of the unit. And then right now we're taking our gauge off. So our gauge was on there before to test our pressure to make sure we didn't have any leaks. So now we're going to take that off and we're going to connect our gas lines, and we're going to show you how to finish off this project. So I've got some gravel that's going to go in there as a base. Then I've got some plaster sand that's going to go in there to get it level. That's what the H burner is going to sit on. And then I have some lava rock. You want to make sure you get lava rock, because lava rock, when it heats up, it won't pop. If you use pebbles or different kind of rock, it tends to get hot and it can pop on you. So let's see how we do over here. So now we're going to start to connect all of our gas lines, show you what that looks like. Get pretty close to cranking this up. That's right. Okay. Now here's the other hose there. So once we get this all connected, we're going to go ahead and put some block in. That's going to actually get us to a closer, higher elevation, so we don't have to use as much gravel and as much sand. And then we'll go ahead and see what that looks like. We'll place this valve in the corner for now, And then we'll connect it to our H burner. Be getting pretty close.
Saca una bolsa de basura, ¿no? Por favor.
So we got most of the gravel in now. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring the sand in. If you guys want to grab some sandbags, we'll start filling this up. And so we're still going to add a layer of lava rock on top of it. So we'll want to see how much sand we need. This is going to just work as a base to sit our H burner on top of. All right, so now you can see we got a nice sand base, and we're going to go ahead and put the lava rock on top of it, and we should be good to go. Dave's just working on getting it all flattened out, smoothed out, compacted. So there you have it. Once the gas gets turned on, set your valve to the height you want it. Have yourself a nice fire pit. Today's a really exciting day. We finally got the fire pit done, and we get to show you what that looks like. So we got the house stage. We're going to be selling it. And got some nice chaise lounges out here, and we got our fire pit cranking away. Now it looks a little bit high, but we can adjust the temperature. So I'll go ahead and lower it down here. It looks a little better. And let's go ahead and have a seat and relax, enjoy this summer evening, and put our feet up and have ourselves a nice night. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We got more to come. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of questions. You know, like I said before, there's a lot on here that didn't get specifically addressed, but you can kind of see from the video outlining exactly how to do it. But feel free to post in the comments, and look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks.